Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, like I mentioned in my previous one, I want to do a colourful look. I actually want to recreate a look I did over on Instagram, but I'm going to do it slightly differently because there's a product I haven't used since I did the first impressions on, and I kind of want to do a second impressions on it, and I'm kind of in two minds as to whether I think it was a good idea to purchase it or not, and whether I was kind of drawn by the colour and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're interested, then please keep on watching. So overall, the original look, the reason I wanted to do it is because I really wanted to play with Nablers Virgin Island again, which is a beautiful blue shade, and I haven't done it for a very long time. And I kind of did my kind of classic editorial graphic wing liner effect with it. I used very few products. I used the Benecos light blue, was it bright blue? Bright blue eye pencil as a base all over, used double denim from Lily Low to deepen up, and then went in with that Nabla shade and looked really pretty. But a product I haven't used, like I said, since the first impressions is the Kosas 10-second eyeshadow. Now I really like the concept of this eyeshadow and I loved the colour as well, but it was pricey and I haven't actually used it since then, so I'm kind of thinking, was it worth it? Maybe if I had picked a more wearable colour it might have been, but I don't know, I'm not sure about this product. So I'm going to do, on one eye, use this as my base like I did the previous look, and I'm going to try this as a base because I didn't do that the first time, I just used it by itself. Just to kind of give it one last try and see if it is something that I feel was worth it, if that makes sense. So this is going to be an eye focused video, which I do apologise about, but I did do a full face in the last one, and my next one is going to be my real-time, non-edited video, so you'll see everything in depth. So yeah, so I'm going to do one eye with the original look and one eye using the Kosas and kind of compare the two and see, like I said, if I want to still, if I think this was a good purchase or not, because I'm kind of thinking possibly not at the moment. But yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the original eye so you can see what I did. So like I said, I went with the Benecos bright blue eye pencil to begin with. So yeah, I just kind of, to begin with, went all over the lid. Like this. And having done this look, I think one of the products I definitely want to get after my no buy is more shades of this, because these work really well as like a coloured base for shadows. So I kind of went in messy like that. Oh, sorry, let me zoom you in so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. Then all I did was take a fluffy blending brush, I think. So I'm just going to go in with a fluffy brush like this. This is one from Freedom. And I just use this just to kind of start buffing this out. And I did do it in a winged out effect. So it did have that kind of more editorial feel to it. And this was quite easy to blend out as well, which is why I want to get more to act as great bases, because I think it worked so well. I may not get the shape right like last time, because I rarely get these kind of the same every time. That's that. I'm going to take my concealer brush, just kind of neaten up. I'm going to use this to kind of manipulate the shape I want. Though I think that is pretty happy with that shape. Okay, so then what I did is I went in with the double denim shadow next from Lily Low, the pressed one, and I placed this all over. I used the exact same brush. I placed this all over the kind of outer portion of this look, on the lid and also on the lower lash line. I did actually do a mini video as well on this on my Instagram as well, but okay. And then what I did for the inner portion is take Virgin Islands from Nabla, beautiful shade. I did, to begin with, pop it on. I did lay it down first with my finger just because it gives the most payoff, and then I went in with a brush just to kind of make it more precise in areas. So I've picked some up on my finger. I just went ahead and pop this onto the lid. I'll obviously drag it onto the lower lash line as well. I'm just getting the most of it down, but then I do need to go with a brush just to make it more precise. So I'm gonna take my shading brush from 100% Pure, pick some up, and then just go in and intensify, and also kind of get it in the places where my finger can't necessarily get to. I love this shade. And you could wet this if you want it really intense, but I think that looks really pretty as it is. I'm just going to go back in my concealer brush and just make sure that nothing's a bit too messy, to kind of tie it together. Like that. And also I'll do a bit up here as well. So I'm going to apply mascara to upper and lower lashes. I've got the Kiko one. I'm trying to use this one up first, so I can focus on my Big Lash and Avril one. Okay, so that is when I'm done using the Benacos. This is the original look. It may be a slightly different shape. This was kind of the overall effect I was going for. Now I want to try it using the Kosas as a base instead and see if it works well. I got mine in the shade Nitrogen, which is obviously the blue shade. It may be a different tone, this eye look, but yeah, like I said, I haven't used it since that first impressions, and it is quite a pricey product as well, so I'm just not sure how worth it is. I'm going to do this in staged, I think, because if I remember rightly, it works better with a finger to blend out, but if I want to get that kind of shape going, I'm going to need to use a brush, so I might have to do just a few layers of this. Okay, that wasn't too hard to get a shape using this. It does need tidying up. I'm just going to use this just to kind of, again, manipulate the shape. I'm not going to worry too much if the two eyes aren't necessarily identical as such. I'm more kind of seeing how well it works as a base product. Okay, I'm just going to do the lower lash line. I'm just going to go another layer. I know it's going to be kind of be covered anyway, but let's just see. But I think definitely if you want it to be less patchy, you need to use a finger, because I feel like a brush just doesn't blend or distribute the colour as well as a finger does. In all fairness, that was really easy to kind of manipulate and wing out using a brush and stuff. Like if you're going it by itself, you want to like kind of lay it up and use your finger just so it's less patchy. But like I said, I'm using this as a base like I did my Benacos, so that aspect right now I don't mind too much. But yeah, by itself you definitely need a finger to get it like smoother, I think. I need to go in my double denim shade next to deepen up the outer corners. This may make the colours look different because it's a slightly different shade of blue to the Benacos, so again, don't mind that, but yeah. Okay, I think the big test is when I put this next shadow on, because the eye pencil doesn't completely dry, it's still got that slight tackiness, whereas this one dries down. So it'll be interesting to see whether I can get the same intensity as I did on this side to that eye. So I'm going to go in with this. Obviously use my finger first to get the majority of it down. Yeah. go in with a brush now. I'd say it's giving the same intensity to that shadow. I think it's giving a slightly different shade to it because the base is a slightly different blue tone. But I think it still, definitely still works. Okay, so this is the look complete. Now I know in the original look I did use Whisper from Lily Lo as my lip option, but I'm trying to use that sparingly at the moment because I'm going to run out, and obviously I'm on a 3-month no buy. So I kind of went in with the Davina Organics lipstick, which you can't get anymore. I just put a bit of concealer in the middle as well to kind of nude it up a little bit. But yes, this is the overall look. Now I absolutely love the look in general, obviously, because I did it for my Instagram, and it's a really kind of easy look in my opinion. Very few shades or products with the eyes. It's just my classic kind of editorial winged out look that I absolutely love, in the colour that I absolutely love to do. And yeah, I just really wanted to recreate it, but also test out this again and you see what it's like as a base as opposed to just a wash of colour, because like I said, I haven't actually used it since that first impressions, and I would say it works actually really well. It was quite easy to blend out. I would say definitely work in stages though, because it does dry down quite quickly, hence its name. And obviously if you're using a brush, I find it comes more patchy, but if you're using it as a base, it doesn't matter too much. If you're using it by itself, I would use your finger. And eyeshadow is applied really well on top. It definitely, obviously it's a different shade of blue to the Benacos, so then the eyeshadows on top gave a different tone as well. So they may not look completely even, but I think it did give the effect I was looking for, which is perfect. I'm still in two minds as to whether this product is worth it. I think, like I said, if you're someone who goes out wearing like blue all the time, then it works, but as much as it is my favourite colour or fun colour to wear, I don't wear it all the time. And I feel like with a product like this, if you're going to get the most use out of it, especially for the price, I think maybe I should have gone down the kind of more wearable route. But it works as a thick eyeshadow by itself, and it does work as a base to other products. So maybe that's the way I'm going to get most use out of this, is to use it for bases when I'm doing like blue eyeshadows or something like that. Yeah, but let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Let me know what you think of the look. I really like this kind of look. I know it's not even at all, but yeah, I really like the colours, and I'm so glad that I played with this shadow again because I love this shadow. Nabla Virgin Island, such a beautiful shade. And yeah, so yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I really hope you enjoyed. My next video will be my non-edited real-time get ready with me, so full face will be done in that one. You can see every detail and stuff like that. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.